the last thing I'm going to show you is the internet. All right, so we're going to Google here. We're going to Google Ronald Reagan because he was the president when I was in 10th grade. And he, let's see how many years ago it would have been. Oh my gosh, 81, 91. Holy, I am so old. 40 years ago, yesterday, there was an assassination attempt on his life. So we're going to look up. We don't just want to know, so we'll put in Ron Reagan assassination attempt. Click on that. What's going to be the first thing that comes up? I bet we all know. It's Wikipedia. All right, yeah, March 30th, 1981. Exactly 40 years ago yesterday. Now that, my friends, is bonkers. Okay, so let's say that we want to, you've got videos here. You can see the whole thing. You can also click on Wikipedia because it's so easy and it's laid out so nicely. So what you do is, sure, go ahead, start here if you want. The thing is, you cannot, so let's say we're looking at this. Holy cow, White House Press Secretary James Brady, who took a bullet for the president, Secret Service Agent Kim Tardy and Thomas Delhaney were also ruined. All three survived, but Brady suffered brain damage and was permanently disabled. His death in 2014 was considered a homicide because it was ultimately caused by this injury. Now, let's say that I'm really interested in James Brady. I'm really interested in this note. All right, if you go here, it says New York Times. So you can't quote it from Wikipedia, but if you go here, you can actually go to the New York Times and find that article. And this one is from the Washington Post. So basically, this is a good place to go to get basic information, but you have to then go find it someplace else. So things that can help you with that are, you get a book on Reagan, and then you look up these little, oh, for heaven's sake, what are they called? Links. Richard Vincent Allen, for example. Who's this guy? I don't know, but you could look him up in the index to your book. All right, there are also the resources that you looked at earlier, and then there are external links. So, some interesting stuff about the Hinckleys. Full-length video. Usually, frankly, you guys, usually the links are better on a historical article. But anyway, so those are some things that you do. Basically, Wikipedia is good for three things. You can get the basic overview, what happened. The first section is always going to tell you what happened. You can get the chronology as well by looking at this. Then you can find further resources by clicking on these little things. And you can find interesting links that you can look up in other places, okay? So Tim McCarthy, George Bush, George G.W. Hospital. All right. Now, we looked at New York Times real quick, and here's something that for American history cannot be beat. You guys all have access through your BHS online email to the New York Times. Now, so let's go there, shall we? New York Times. All right. You go here, and you can find out exactly what's happening today. I read it this morning like the old lady that I am. However, so this is telling you what's going on right now. However, if you go up here and you go to Times Magazine, okay, you have to go to more. Times Machine. It's like Time Machine, right? This is one of my favorite things. Click on that. Okay, and it takes you to the front page of whatever you put in here. So we want to look up March 30th. What year was it? 1981. I believe I was in 9th grade, not 10th grade. Almost. Okay, you go here. So that's the day, Monday, March 30th, the day Reagan was shot. Do you expect to see it all over the front of the paper? Sure you do, but is it? No, because back then we had to wait a day. So this is all the stuff that happened basically before the president was shot. However, and it's got the entire paper here, just in case you're curious. You can click and look at the second page. Oh, you could Brooks Brothers. Okay, so all of these different things. However, let's say that you want to change this one little bit. 0331, the day after the shooting, 1981, right? Ready? blammo, all over the honkin' paper. Okay, Reagan's wounded in the chest. Out looks good. 2-hour surgery. Bush is ready to take charge. His left lung is pierced. All this. Oh, this little guy. Yeah, John Hinckley. What a. That was something. All right. So, and you know, this whole paper is going to be full of the president getting shot. Okay. Already we're 4, 5, 6 pages in. Okay. So you're going to find a lot of information here. Now, here's the downside is that copying and pasting. Oh my gosh, New York Times, how much do I love you? Holy, I was just going to say, the problem is that it's not transcribed, but it is. So if you click on something, apparently they give you the full article. Oh, New York Times. How beautiful you are. Okay, so that's super handy. It's a great way to, I'm assuming that Ms. Hoeffner has you doing some sort of primary document section, and this, is so easy to find. Anyway, all right. As far as the internet, let's just go back. All right. So we're going back to the Reagan assassination attempt. Some other things that you can do, if you go to settings, you go to advanced search, and you go in site or domain, you can put in GOV. That's going to bring you to government websites. The Reagan Library, for example, the FBI. These are websites that have been written by the government, so they are not necessary. If you find something in, just general internet stuff, you have to know who wrote it. Is it a genius? Is it a person writing their 4th grade research paper? You don't know. This, it's the government doing it. So these are very easy to cite. You can also do EDU. And this means that they're going to be educational sites. Now, some of these are going to be student work, but some of them are going to be, faculty work or libraries or that sort of thing. But they're all going to be academic. So you're going to have more, it's going to be easier to find out who wrote them, okay? If you're just doing a regular search and you go in here, so, actually, see, they know that I love, okay, like biography.com. This information is probably going to be right, but do we know who wrote it? We do not. Biography wrote it. Now, realistically speaking, Biography is a pretty good website, but you never know. You never know where your information is coming from, and I'm sure that Ms. Hoeffner has shown you things like the Martin Luther King website and the Tree Frog. There are a bunch of people who have very political agendas who are going to, for example, if you look at the Reagan assassination on the NRA's website as opposed to Mother Jones, which is a left-wing paper, they're going to give you very different perspectives. So you just want a good way to not have to deal with determining people's bias on the internet, which the internet is full of bias, is to use things like databases and books that have been vetted and edited. Okay. If you have any questions about how to find stuff, I'm your gal. Come to the library. I'm here. You can email me, bfecto@beverlyschools.org, or just come by. All right. I hope that this helped, and enjoy your research paper project, which I know sounds like I'm trying to be funny, but I actually love writing research papers. So please, if you need help, let me know. Bye.